But what is the stereotype? What are they going to think of you guys?
No social skills.
No social skills, all that stuff, right? Boom.
This is the only time you went out of your house this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you say don't talk to fill the dead spaces? This says talk to fill the dead spaces.
No, it's
Well,
under
it's
don'ts.
Oh, okay. Well, that really helps.
Okay, and then gang, don't get discouraged if the job hunt takes longer than you expect. Job hunts generally last a long time. You'll get nothing, or worse yet, rejection, and then you'll get 2 or 3 offers at once. That's how the universe works. Doesn't make sense, it just works that way. 11, conclude your time with the interview this way. Ask them, when do you think you're gonna make a decision? That's okay to ask. It's a good question to ask at the end. When do you think you're gonna make a decision? Why is that important to you? Because if they're not going to make a decision, like say this month, what is today, like the 10th? Mm-hmm. We're like, we have to get through this month, it's end of quarter, it'll be early next month. Cool, right? Then you can follow up in a couple weeks, and you're not losing sleep. It's always good to ask, when do you think you're going to make a decision?
What we have found a lot these days, and I think this has changed from the past, is a lot of them just, if you don't get the job, they don't even contact you.
Right.
You're just sitting there waiting and
Right.
waiting and waiting. So if you don't know when they're expecting to make the decision, a month could go by, you're like, I wonder if they're still thinking, if they're still considering
Right.
it, you won't even know.
Yeah.
It used to be they sent you a rejection letter,
Right.
but they don't do that
That's
anymore.
true. That's so true. And again, it's the only thing on your mind, right? And to them, they're not thinking about it at all. Yes, Landon.
One thing that I've kind of seen in the past is that for more professional companies, they will overlook your social media feed if you're on like Facebook or something like that.
Look it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm guessing you would have to be extremely careful about what you
Yeah.
post. And
That's a good point.
What if you don't have any of that?
And they'll fire you for being in a social
I definitely shouldn't tell them homeschooler and not have a Facebook or something.
So you've asked, when do you think you'll make a decision? Your next question is, would it be all right if I followed up with you on some schedule, next week, or, and they'll always say yes to be polite, but then you're cool, you're not a stalker, right? They said it was okay. All right, next, if you're interested, express interest. If you go somewhere, say you go to a get-together with a public school friend, and you don't know the people, that group, and you meet 4 people, and one of those folks expressed that they like you. It was nice to meet you, I enjoyed your stories, or whatever. Who are you going to gravitate to, naturally? Of the 4, you're going to gravitate towards that one. It's simple, personal, person to person, interpersonal skills. So if you're interested, tell them. It sounds silly, doesn't it? But tell them. When do you think you'll make a decision? When can I follow up with you next week? And man, I really enjoyed this. I'm really impressed with your company's mission. I think this is such a cool workplace. I think it's cool that you have dogs here, whatever. Some companies you can bring dogs to work. I really felt good talking to you. I'm really excited.
I like the elevated language you use here. I'd like to work at Chick-fil-A. Right? How interesting was that?
So express that you like it, right? People like to be liked. Thank them for their time. And then here's manners again. Look them in the eye while you stand up, shake their hand. I had so many folks that either wouldn't shake my hand, at the end of the interview, they just get out and like squirm out or whatever. Or they would shake my hand and not look me in the eye. I mean, if you're interviewing 3, 4, 5 people for a position and they're like, okay, thank you, just basic manners, just like we talked about at the beginning. All right, now here we can debate this, number 12 on page 10. Some of you guys I can read minds, just so you guys know. Some of you guys are going to argue with me right now in your minds, and I'm telling you, you're wrong. Send a handwritten thank you note.
I knew it was thinking.
I know. And there's a lot of energy coming from this side saying, nobody sends handwritten anything anymore. That's all right, ladies.
That is,
We're the
that's not
only
true.
ones that send handwritten thank yous in.
That's why I personally have, like, within the past couple months.
We are the
That's
only
why
ones
it's
that
such a year-long course in
consistent
poetry.
thank you letters that can actually be, nope, read.
Well, I don't know what the number is, but there's 15,000 young people in Castle Rock, and if you send a thank you note, you'll be like in the 1%. So that's why you do it. It's all about being different.
Can you send a digital thank you note? Like basically you write it out with a tablet and then you send that picture in an
See, the
email.
nice thing about the ladies is they only thought about it. You verbalized it. I'm big on sending a handwritten thank you note.
Yes.
Yes, Lou.
How would you address that? Like if it was like Home Depot or something, and it was, there are a lot of employees, would you just address it to a specific employee that
That is-
interviewed you, or?
50,000.
That's another good question. You can always count on Luke. So Luke's question was, how do you know where to send it? So one of the ways you know that you're going to send a handwritten thank you note. So before you leave there, you're going to ask them, hey, would it be all right if I got your business card? Aha, right? You thought ahead.
Now you know who to address it to.
Yeah. Another way is a lot of interviews now are set up via email, right? The Human Resources Department is setting up, and oftentimes the email will say, you have an interview Tuesday, 3 of whatever the date is, 15 at 3 o'clock. This is the address, and you're meeting with Dan Brown.
What if it's a group interview?
Ooh, that's good too. So you can ask them, jot the names down, because you know you're gonna send this, so you're thinking ahead proactively on who you can send it to. Some other ways are,
And typically in a group interview, there's one person that's kind of running the whole thing. Like when I interviewed for teaching positions, the principal ran the thing, but there were teachers from the 3rd grade team that I was interviewing with that were in there. So I knew to address it to the principal and not the teachers.
some other ways, you probably got the interview because you knew somebody over there, right? 70% of the time. So then what do? You say, hey buddy, tell me the names of the folks I interviewed with, right? I was so nervous, I can't even tell you what they look like right now.
Wouldn't that be something good, those would be reminders to put for yourself on your pad? So you have it down there, you know, forget.
Dang.
We've all listened tonight.
No,
Man,
you guys
the Olivatos
had
are just...
experience.
All right. And then follow up on a regular schedule. Again, gang, and you guys will look back at this time and laugh. When you're interviewing, that interview is the only thing you can think about, but it's such a non-event for the company. You know, they're interviewing a bunch of folks. Oftentimes they can't remember what you look like, because they've interviewed 10 people since you. Literally, we would have arguments over, that was the blonde. No, that was a black guy. Yeah, I mean, it's like, we're not even like talking like the same thing. It's so important to you, but they can't remember what you look like. So follow up on a regular schedule. And you asked permission before you left. Would it be okay if I followed up, once a week or?
So if you do that and they don't remember who you are, but they get this note, can you mention like we discussed this or that? Or
Yep.
I thought it was really funny when you said this in the interview to make them remember who it is that they're speaking.
She's good looking and smart. Isn't that awesome?
I have a good husband. He needs new glasses, but.
All right, you guys ready?
Oh God.
So let's practice just a little bit. We've gone really long tonight. We were all chatty, including me. Somebody want to share? Going to take a little courage. Somebody want to share their unique value proposition? One of their 3 things. We talked about.
For what job?
Let's see.
Or should we just say a job that we think that we should hire and then what 3 value propositions we have that we go?
You know what? Last month, we used the King Soopers courtesy clerk. But let's say you're just, you know, a worker that we see at King Soopers, courtesy clerk. What would be something unique that you bring to the table?
I live in the community and I know many of the people who shop here.
But how is that? That's not unique, right?
No, that's not. Well, yeah, kind of, because I talk to everyone in the store.
Okay, that
Definitely.
I never had a stranger.
is unique. No. Somebody makes eye contact with Cindy, it's gonna be a while.
I grew up shopping at the store, I know where everything is.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's good.
that's good.
That's good.
I do not know anything. I was just throwing one out.
I don't know if this is best, but this is something that came to mind was, you know, as homeschoolers, you're a little bit more flexible. So you're
Flexible
somebody
schedules.
under 18 that could work in the morning, you know, theoretically. That's a unique value proposition. Yes, Luke?
Something like I can physically work fast.
Yeah. Okay, good. We're in our practice session on page 10. Same thing, courtesy clerk. Somebody want to take a swing at why should you be hired? So you have to interview, you know, why you? I'm interviewing 10 people today, why you?
What's a courtesy clerk?
Oh, just that's what King Soopers calls, like the folks that are working the floor that, you know, are bagging groceries, stocking the shelves.
Got it.
Yes.
Question, would you give like, in that scenario, the 3 attributes about you, like, as those things have like it's this, and this,
Yeah.
would you give those in that scenario? Because, I mean, it's not really, in my opinion, that nice to put yourself up on a pedestal and put everyone else down below you or whatever, but you should, I think, give what is good about you instead of what's...
The company is the buyer, you're the product. Have you ever seen a commercial for a product that was like, I don't want to put myself on a pedestal. There are a lot of other similar, you know, whatever the case may be, what are some products on it? The only thing that comes to mind is beer, like football beer commercials. There should probably be a better example, but do you think Bud Light comes on and says, there's a lot of other light beers, I don't want to put myself on a pedestal? When you're in the interview, you're the product, they're the buyer. You're
Put
going in
yourself
there
on.
saying,
You want to make yourself look
Yeah.
like the best.
I mean, you don't have to say, I'm better than other people
Right.
at this, but you
Right.
just say
Yeah.
what you're good
Yeah, I
at.
mean, if
but you're laying it out there.
Yeah, Rick, one time they asked me, tell me why would you hire you over our other interviewees? And I remember saying, well, not knowing the other interviewees, I don't really know, I'll tell you what I am about. I haven't missed school in 4 years, I've never missed a day, 4 years in high school or homeschool. I guess homeschooling is missed.
Never
But if you're high school, you know, never missed,
Right.
so you have, you know, dependability. I've never been late for church, I never, you know, all these things that are thinking, this guy's really Josh, because
Yeah.
he's already built
Right.
this. It's just, you know, it's personality.
A side note to that, you know your rep as millennials, right? You know your reputation. If not, like YouTube it, would you? There's like,
Well, I thought we were Gen Z more than millennials.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we still
All
call
right,
it graphic.
let me help you with that. The folks hiring you guys, we don't know the difference. I've never even heard of Gen Z. So the point is, to what Mr. Alavato said,
What's Gen Z?
Us.
if you said, I'll show up on time, yeah, that's a big deal.
You're hired.
All right, gang, we've gone super long. Let's do a couple more things.
What's hypocrisy?
Somebody want to use the STAR method. Again, this is going to take some courage. So, do we have a volunteer force? Sometimes it's easy to get in over our head. Describe a situation where you had to request help or assistance on a project or assignment, and use the STAR
I
method.
have an actual example of when this
Yeah, that's what
happened.
this is about.
I was making a banana split, and I did not shake up the whipped cream enough to like squirt it out well. So of course, if you don't shake up the cream enough, it's just like, and just liquid. And so I was like, ah! And so I was like, Janine, who's my boss, I was like, can you please come show me how to fix this? And she's like, yes, give me that, make a new one. And it's that easy.
Good. Okay,
Yes, you making them.
so let's take a step back. That's perfect, Kimberly. So let's just clean that up now, using the STAR method.
Okay.
So, the question was, you gotta know, describe a time you got in over your head, describe a situation where you had to request help or assistance on a project or assignment. So now you're gonna say, so the situation, how I got in over my head, because you restate the question, and explain the situation.
Okay, so I'd be like, so how I got in over my head
Yeah.
was I went to squirt out whipped cream, and I didn't shake it enough, so it just came out liquid.
Okay?
That
So,
was a task,
that was the task.
situation task.
Yeah.
Actually, with this, what was the situation behind it?
Was there a lot of, was it
Was this a
busy?
job? Was
Yeah.
this- Okay, so,
Which is an ice cream shop.
Yeah, I worked in ice
okay,
cream shop.
so the thing would be, you have to lay the thing.
Oh,
So the situation was I was working at an ice cream shop.
Yes.
Okay.
It was
And my
extremely
task-
busy.
My task was to make a banana split.